Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and I'm out in the beautiful sunny weather, just enjoying the sunshine. Seems like spring's arrived in the UK, and I thought while I'm out here it would be cool to do a video. So I thought while the weather's like this, I'll go through the top 5 best daylit horror films. So horror movies that are predominantly set in daytime in the sunshine, so they don't rely on the dark castles or the dark haunted houses. The horrors of these movies take place right out there in the sunshine. So not saying that these don't have nighttime scenes, some of them do, but most of what goes on takes place in the day. Okay, so at number 5 we have Cannibal Holocaust. So this is an interesting one. As horrible and as disturbing as this movie is, it takes place in the lush rainforest in what I think is entirely daytime scenes. I think everything that happens in this film happens out there in the sunshine. I can't remember a single nighttime scene in this film. So if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will correct me. But if that's correct, that's really interesting, because this is one of the most gut-wrenchingly terrifying films there is, yet it takes place entirely in the day, which is really interesting. I love that, so hopefully that's correct. But at number 5 of my daylit horror films is Cannibal Holocaust. Okay, at number 4 we have The Burning. I've just talked about this recently in my standalone horror films. This is on this list for a different reason. So yeah, most of the scenes that I remember from this film do take place in the day. There are some nighttime scenes. The beginning takes place at night, a couple of the kills take place at night, but the bulk of this movie does take place in the day, in the sunshine. So the camp scenes where they're doing all the activities, the kayaking, that takes place in the day. The most famous scene in this film, the raft scene, which is really gory, that takes place in the day. And then the climax of this film takes place in the day as well. So lots of daytime scenes in this, which is unusual for a slasher. Usually the killer's slinking around in darkness, but no, a lot of this takes place out there in the sunshine at the summer camp. So that's cool. So number 4, The Burning. Okay, number 3 we have The Birds. Again, a lot of the scenes in this, the people running around being attacked by the birds, it all takes place in the day. I think there's one sort of nighttime scene that passes pretty quickly, and everything else takes place in broad daylight. Still a really scary film though, so that's a good accomplishment. Bit of a side fact, but this is also the only Alfred Hitchcock film to not feature any music, which is interesting. But yeah, number 3, The Birds. Okay, number 2 we have The Wicker Man, and talked about this movie so many times on this channel. Most of this all takes place in the daylight, but it's one of the most terrifying, disturbing movies ever made. So all the while Sergeant Howie's doing his investigation and things start getting creepier and creepier, it's bright sunshine, all the weird ceremonies is in bright sunshine, and then of course the absolutely disturbing ending takes place in the daytime. In fact, we're greeted to a lovely sunset on Summer Isle as the credits roll. It should be a beautiful scene, but of course it's not, because of that terrifying ending. But yeah, number 2, The Wicker Man. And then number 1 on my list of the top 5 best daylit horror films is Midsommar. A film that gets a lot of hate. Only this morning I read another article about why this is one of the worst movies ever made. I really like it because it's different, and one of the reasons it is so different is because of how this film looks. It's set predominantly in the most picturesque, bright, beautiful, sunshiny landscape. They go to, I think it's Sweden, so we're treated to this beautiful Swedish countryside. It doesn't even look like a horror film, but of course it gets more and more uncomfortable and disturbing as the film goes on. But out of all these movies, this one kind of utilizes that beautiful, summery, flowery look to the max, while at the same time making us feel really, really uncomfortable. And I really like that. I really like that it doesn't have fake jump scares. There's no one jumping out from the shadows. It's a very uncomfortable, scary film, and it all takes place in beautiful sunshine, rather like this right here. So yeah, I really like that balance that Ari Aster did with this film. Like I say, it gets a lot of hate, but I like it. It's different. So that's it, guys, just a quick video there. That's my top 5 best daylit horror films. As always, let me know what you think of the films in this list, and let me know if I missed any off. Let me know what your favourite daytime horror movies are. I'd be really interested to know. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.